Hello, happy beading, everyone. It is Friday, and we are ready for Spilled Beads with me, Joyce Trowbridge at Softflex Company. I have a lot of fun things to play with on my table. I missed out on that Wicked Brew kit, which is amazing, right? I thought that one was like a really good kit. I missed out on it. Did you get your kit? If not, we still have a few items from that kit that is up on our website right now. And we have not only a few things that were in the kit, but we still have some of the pink um, Wicked Brew bead strand and the green Wicked Brew bead strand. Oh my goodness. That was a mouthful for me. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Liz. Good to see you. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you all. How are you doing? I think it looks like we're on here. Good. Hello, Anita. Hi, Karen. Good to see you all. So I have with me today, I pulled, since I missed out on the kit, let's move this over so it's just my thing. I pulled one of each of the mini, because we did mini bead mixes instead of a full one. That way we can have half and half of the green and the pink. But then there's also the full strand of the pink and the full strand of the green. And then I love a good ginkgo. A 2-hole bead is awesome. So I grabbed those off the website. And the little petals, these little oval drops that are just so sweet, and some hearts. I think there's a few other things too. Oh, we just got the little witches hats and wands back up in there. We are going to do a drawing at the very end, so do make sure you get your hashtag brewed and stay till the end. And when I announce the winner, oh, it might be helpful if I actually get the tool started to get those. I knew there was something I missed. Let's get that set up. All right, awesome. Now we're back. Now we're back to getting that. Yeah, we got the Star Wand charm back. We got the our little hat, the witch's hat back, plus all of these that I'm going to be working with today. And did you see that the new um latte strand? Thanks, a latte strand is so pretty. The flower bead in the center, and then these little large hole rondelles are carved little leaves in that beautiful latte color. So pretty. I think this strand is amazing. I can't wait to play with that. And then, of course, our newest kit, Thanks a Latte. I know that strand is pretty awesome, isn't it? I think you need to go grab one while we still have them. I think that one's going to go quickly. Now I'm trying to decide what to do with my parts. Since I missed out on the kit, I just have bits and pieces of parts, but I think there's still a lot to play with, right? What was your favorite part of the Wicked Brew kit? Did you love the mixes? All the little, there was those little spikes, there was these petals, the ginkgos, the hearts. Oh, and don't forget to get your Wicked Brew trio. That trio is the fluorite, pink tourmaline, and black onyx, and I think that's such a fun mix. I forgot to grab one of those, and that would have been fun to play with. today, I think I know that these are really oh, yes, those yellow turquoise beads in there, because they look to me I thought those looked so cool. They look like a witch's brew for sure, bubbling in a cauldron. That's why I chose hashtag brew for our little giveaway. I want to see what I can brew up with my little potion right here. This is going to be my magical potion. And I feel like I want to do something with 20 gauge wire. Um, I almost want to try it out also with black, but I didn't see my black in 20 gauge. I only found it in 26. I don't know what I did with my 28, my 20 gauge. I'm thinking I want to do something like a half and a half bracelet where I do a little bit of a chain and dangle some beads off of it for half of it and the other half beaded. So I'm going to figure out what I can do with that. And I think I'm going to go back to this style chain. I love this style chain. I'm used to doing it with just round nose, and I've been kind of playing with how to do it with the looper because the multi looper because it has like very set things. It might make it so that these are more even, but I like these little links because go up so neatly. I mean, it's basically a figure eight with one larger than the other and then twisted perpendicular. And I think it makes a really cool dangle to dangle earrings off, but also a little chain to do like a little charm like bracelet. So I'm going to do that right now with my looping pliers. Oh, I love that. Off beading wire deal is 15% off beading wire right now. So you can get that Wicked Brew Trios for 15% off more with wire deal as your coupon code. Thank you, Kristen. Oh, that's a great discount because we have so many things. We also have that big bundle, don't we? Mm, so much we could do with beading wire. We love a good beading wire. And I'm going to mix craft wire and beading wire today. So we're going to cut one end just to get a nice flat tip. I'm using the small, and I think, nope, no, I did use this one. They're just, yeah. So I'm going to use the smallest one and then the fourth, the middle one on this side for my little link. And start by taking the end with the smallest and twist it around until I form a loop. I'm going to grab hold it again and kink the neck. And once I kink the neck, I want to then hold it with my chain nose pliers and push, kind of make it perpendicular, but not all the way. We want the bend going outwards. So you have the kink, and then it's being pulled outwards. Then I'm going to take and hold it on the fourth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to just hold it, that loop right up against the third one and loop that around. Gonna roll it around on the tool so I can finish the loop. Repositioning it, get it in there and kind of get nice and tight. cut. I'm going to press that down so that it's closed. And then I'm going to take the small one and just open it to the side. You know, we never want to open outwards. We always want to open this way, like pivot it so that it stays. And then we're going to hook that on there. I'm going to make a few more of these. I know, I think those witches' hats and wands are so precious. And I meant to grab one before I left the office so that I can add them in my thing today. Ah, thank you. I just like wire. So I always like to make sure I have a nice flat tip um, at the ends. When you cut these, sometimes you'll have like a little um, beveled side or a little straight side. So I'm going to use the straight side when I start this. So we're going to start that again. I'm going to make a loop with the smaller one. Now, if you don't have one of these, I mean, I think they're fun. It really helps you make consistent loops, but you can use your round nose pliers and just change the position. You make the smaller one closer to the tip, the larger one further. And if you want, you can put a little line with a permanent marker in those spots so that you know where it is. So don't fret. If you don't have one of these, you can definitely do it with a pair of round nose pliers. And I would just mark, you know, play around first and decide your sizes that you want, and then mark a line on them so you know where to hold it. It'll just make it a lot easier. And this is how I've always done it. I just thought, oh, you know, we have this handy dandy tool, so I thought I might as well use it, right? So we're going to start holding it by the tip on the flat side, cut side, curl it in and kind of rotate and curl until it's all the way in a circle. Put that back in and twist it in the other direction to kind of kink the neck so that you have a standing up. Now you can do this with the round nose, but I find that I get a better grip if I place it. I just sandwich it in my chain nose pliers, hold on to it, and then I'm just pressing this down just ever so slightly. It's like maybe a 45-degree if you're trying to do degrees. Now I'm going to wrap it around the fourth one. So remember, we have smallest, second, third, fourth, the middle one on this side. I'm going to put it between the middle ones. The loop is laying up against the smaller of the two. So then I can just pull this wire around the larger of the two. I can only get to this far before I have to slide my pliers out. And right now it's just kind of like it almost looks like an earring, right? A small baby earring, an ear wire. Now we're going to put it back on and then finish that circle. Oh yeah, the bell step making pliers are fat, and yeah, you can make. This is a great way to make some bells too. I love these pliers. They work for so many things, and it lets you be more consistent with your size. Now, when you cut, because of the nature of wire, the wire went up, so I need to make that go flat down. So I'm just gonna flatten that, you know, sandwich it between and make sure it's flat. And then I'm gonna take the small one and I'm going to just open that to the side, hook it in. There we go. Grab hold, twist. There we go. Now I got 4. Let's see if I can make a few more here. This end is not so flat, so I'm going to just trim off a tiny itty bitty bit just to get a nicer, flatter cut. Gonna wrap, twist it around, twist it around until you form a loop. Place it back in and twist, kink the neck. Oops, it got a little open, so I'm going to close that with my chain nose. Now I'm going to hold it, sandwich it flat in the chain nose and press down slightly. It doesn't have to be a big angle on that. Place it in the middle one again with the loop flat up against the smaller of the two so I can grip it and wrap it around the larger of the two. Slide it out so I can reposition it so that I can then finish the loop around. I can always get it back on here and just pull it a little tighter. Nice. Go ahead, forget. Push that there. And then we're going to open up that and get that lovely little link attached to the other. I have 5. I think I'm going to want to do 7. Or I don't know. Let's see. How much of that is on my wrist? Yeah, I think 2 more would be nice. Just a modified figure 8 loop. So if you know how to do a figure 8 loop link with your pliers, all you're doing is changing the 2 sizes, and then you're making the loops parallel to each other. Do you have plans for this weekend? Are you making some fun, spooky jewelry? Getting ready, getting some fall weather fun coming up. It is definitely more fall weather here in the Bay Area finally, which is nice. I'm afraid it might get warm again, though. So I'm trying to brew up some more fall weather by making fall spooky season or fall season jewelry. Okay, one more. Let's do one more. Ah, good, Caroline. I am so glad that you're going to do some beading, more beading. I am going to try to get some of my beads organized, meaning I'll probably get them out and look at them and go, oh, how pretty. I forgot I got those. And then try to bead. And then I'll just probably like look at them and cherish them. Hopefully I'll get some beading in. I want to get some beading in. I need some beading. I haven't been beading enough. I've been doing too much computer stuff lately. I need some beads again. Yes, it's gotten so much chillier, isn't it? I mean, I like this weather, but it kind of came out of nowhere in some ways. We're like, wait, didn't it say it was supposed to be warm? I'm with you. Oh my gosh, I bet you need some beading time, Kristen. I love that you also paint. I really need to like uh get back to that like I don't paint. I want to paint. I'm envy of anyone that can paint. And I know that there's ways I can. I just haven't found I like to doodle though. I'm a doodler. Oh, did you? That's so exciting. I'm so excited for you, Kristen. I love watching the stuff that you do. All right. So that's going to be my chain part of my bracelet. And then I'm going to use the fluorite from the Wicked Brew Trio for the bead part. Now I got to decide what magic do I do. Like, do I really make it half and half and do half pink and half green? And then like what, or do I mix the green and the pink in the whole thing and just keep it half chain dangles and half beaded? That was my original thought, but now I'm thinking I might need to think I'm going to just like I might want to do a half and half. So let's look at what I have here. Like these would make really good dangles off of the thing. So maybe I do pink over here and dangle off of, and then I do green over there. And then of course mix black into both of them. I do want to use both colors. I'm just trying to decide if I'm like only doing pink on this side and then this side green, or if I'm mixing green and pink for the whole thing. Does that make sense? But I definitely want to do these. So since I want to do these, I need to figure out how I'm going to connect these. I'm hoping that the 20 gauge fits on here. Oh, no. Okay, I need to go find my 22. Yay, I got 22. I got 22 sitting right here. Yes, you definitely got to check out. Yeah, 22 fits in there. So I'm going to take a 22 and I'm going to make some of these into dangles. Let's see. Let's make like 5 of these into dangles. Maybe I only need 4. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. 22, usually like to do a little bit of a wrap for the dangle part to make it like better. So let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the loop be an open loop. I'm like, okay with that. I'm going to make this almost the same way as, oh yeah, no, we're going to just keep going. We're going to make this kind of like the same way, figure 8, but I'm going to make it smaller. And there we go. Let's see if that fits it. Yeah, so this is 20 gauge. I wanted the chain to have a little more umph, so I did 20 gauge. You can also do 18 if you want to. I hope you're feeling better. And then I'm doing 22 for this because the holes on these do not fit. They do not fit the 20. All right, so I was able to slide that. So I made with the smallest one and then the third one a figure eight. But I don't trust this larger loop to stay closed. So I'm going to hold on to this and just wrap this wire around twice. But I left the little loop an open loop so that I can connect it. And so let's see, connect it right there. I left that one open, so all I have to do is connect it there. And that's one little dangle. Ooh, I'm liking that. Okay, let's do another one of that. You know, that is a very true. Sometimes, there's phases where certain wires are more available than others. To me, my happy place is 22 and 20 and 18. Those are like my three favorites. I will use 26 for some of the wire weaving. So the smallest loop in a circle, and then I'm making a figure eight around the medium one. So I'm going to place this. I didn't bend it. I'm not doing the perpendicular style. I'm just doing a traditional figure eight. So I'm just leaving it in that same, I didn't kink the neck and I didn't bend the wire perpendicular. Jerry Bass, I totally understand that. Every time I see something, I go, "Oh yeah, I was gonna try that again," especially in other art forms. Yeah, yep. I get very particular with certain styles of art too. It's like for some reason I can't like open myself up to be freer. Beading, I can now. I mean, when I first started beading, I was very like, oh, it had to be very, very, very particular. And like I would just be on it all the time, one project for a long time. So now I do that sometimes, but for the most part, I'm just like, let's see what the beads do. I like to have a little, since wire's my favorite, I like to have a little bit of wire hanging around on my desk so that I can fiddle with it here and there in between. When I clean off my desk and I put that away, I realize then I'm not as happy. So I have to leave a little wire hanging around so I can play with it, even if I'm not making something. Okay, I got two. I'm doing every other link with this little pedal drop. I'm thinking I want to do heart, and then maybe I want to see what's in this one because I kind of want to open this up just for this little like these little crown. They almost look like little crowns. I mean, they're flowers, but they almost look like little crown, like fair, good witch crowns. Okay, I think that one on top, maybe that one on top. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay. I think I think that's my little, although this one matches a little bit better. I like the play on the two pinks. Yep, okay. You know what? Before I go any further on on these, I'm going to, oh, I love the chat. You guys are chatting about the best things in the world. Beading and art and finding and practicing and finding that creativity. I'm gonna just do a little fold up and make it simple. I could probably find some, oh, I got these little rondelles. Gotta stick a rondelle in. Ah, welcome back. Good to see you on here. You're right. If you're learning a new skill, that can get a little frustrating. So my trick when I'm learning a new one that is like giving me a hard time, I always have a little something on the side that is easy, like some fun beads, even if it's just like stringing up to do like a simple um stretchy or simple stacker bracelet, something that then I can just do that repetitive, easy thing. And then it kind of like helps like reset my brain to go back to learn the harder skill that I'm trying to practice. And I do admire people that can take a project and just concentrate on that one project. But I just find my brain doesn't always like to do that. So I decided to make a little wire bead cap at the top randomly as I was talking. And so on my next one, I'll show you how I did that. Yeah, I do. I think we sometimes need to then let ourselves have a quick win so that we can just go, yep, we can do it. See? And then it seems like those things click in our brains better. Oh my gosh, 330 pairs of earrings. That is amazing. I love it. Ah, thank you, Rosalinda. I love it. Yeah, sometimes you gotta sneak a little break of beading in your in your workday. Huh? Don't tell my boss I'm doing the same. Okay, maybe mine's like on purpose, and she knows, and they know. Oh, Terry, totally. Yeah, that little beaded chain with small thread is something that has a learning curve. Yeah, that's hard, isn't it? I think that's why I have a hard time like doing art is because I do hold everything pretty tight. I've learned to do better with beading, but I still haven't figured out how to do like writing utensils or art utensils. All right. So what I did was I'm going to do a little wrap loop because these ones, I am using the 22 for all my charms. The chain is in 20, but the 22 in the charms just so that they go through the beads easier. Because sometimes check glass beads don't allow for 20 gauge to go in. And I'm holding this. And so then what I did was I wrapped a couple times on top and then I let it go gently over, wrapping next to each other and over the little drop bead that's on the top. And then instead of cutting it there, I went right back to the top and wrapped it around once at the top. So it has a little crossover on that. And then push that little end in. All right, I am just about, look how cute. I mean, that'd be like kind of a cute little earring too. And maybe not all of it, but like letting them dangle. Oh, I don't know. I would do a big earring like this. Probably too big for most people, but I would do a big earring like that. That would be so cute. Do you have more of these beads? Well, at least the black beads and the petal beads. All right, let's do. Let's do my little. I got to make 2 more of those. Let's get those out of the way. All right, wrap that around the smallest one. Then I want to go around the third one. So that I have a little figure 8. Not going to cut the figure 8. Going to slide these on. Now these are kind of like, they're loose this way, but because of the curve of the loop, so I found that it can get like a little stuck at first on there. And so what I did was I opened it up, like just kind of opened it up enough for it to drop down. So then I can then close it up again. I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to hold on to that and just wrap around twice. The open one. One side's open. There it is. And then that goes on here. Now, I love seeing what everybody does. This is part of one of my biggest favorite things of kit reveal day is that then we get to see all the great ideas coming through and seeing what people do with the same beads different ways, or even the same, or somebody finds a technique and they changed up the technique a little bit. Like, I would love to see what you do with this if you're into wire and love to make links. I want to see what you would make with this. And a great way to do that is share it on our Facebook page, VIB group. Jenny, is there really too many beads? It only feels that way when it's hectic. As soon as you clear off then you're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, just the right amount of beads." 'Cause then you'll get to make stuff, right? Alright, come on, little bead. You can make your friends. You can be like your friends and be on my little thing. Come on. Don't never force it, cause these little holes like to crack, make things crack. So, anything, just kinda wiggle, 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 wiggle until it does its thing. Yeah, no, I feel like I understand, like, when it feels like it's a overload because we have just too many things about, and then it's like overstimulation. Yep, my beads are my best friends too. They get me through everything. Alright, and same with my beady friends. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and check out all the comments. There's some great things going talking about, and I love it. Alright, now I just need to make one more little heart charm, and then that my charm part of my bracelet is done. Ooh, and I'm, like, just about there, so we need to get these. This is gonna be the longest part, is getting all the wire part done. Take your time. You don't have to rush it. Like, I feel like I have to rush it right now. I only do because 'cause I'm on a time crunch. You're not. Enjoy it. Oh, Liz, I love that. Yeah, just choose, like, "Aw, thank you, Stacy. You know I love you too." I love all my beauty friends. Woo-hoo. There we go. Oh, that's a great question, Dominique. When you're not on a time crunch, what is your favorite thing? Oh, oh, geez. Um, I love to dabble with so many different kinds of beading, that's really hard to narrow down. Sometimes I will say I'm more likely to pick up wire and do more intricate wire weaving, or I'd love to solder, so I will do some soldering when I don't have. But as far as beading and then bead weaving, I love to do a nice little, little project with like peyote stitch or brick stitch with delicas, and that you just want to take your time and enjoy those little tiny beads, right? Oh, I love that you decided to grab all your lonely beads and crank out beaded spires and make a clear glass spider web. I love that. Oh, sure, that's a great idea. A little snack size projects. Oh, so good. Okay, there we go. There's that part. Let's get some fluorite wire and a crimp and beat up the other side. So awesome. Ah, Stacy, that's awesome. Dominique is awesome too. I do adore. Yes. I think we have just such a great community of beaders. I love all the varieties. So I just crimped one of our crimps onto fluorite and I'm going to bead the rest of it. I think I am going to, thought I was going to use the mix because they're kind of fun. I might pull something out, but I kind of just like the way this looks. So I think I'm going to kind of like just go straight like that. I mean, I really do like that. So why not, right? Um, Sometimes I force myself to, I just take these bead strands off um, of the things and let them just get meshed up so I don't remember the order because I'm trying to like, come up with my own design. But every once in a while you do see something that is just cute and you gotta just stick with it. I think I want to put this little crystal rondelle right here because what that's going to do is go right up against the crimp and kind of semi-hide it, but not all the way, but then also gives this little black bead a nice little tip. The tip goes into there, and I think that's like a nice little transition. I'm Oh, I love these little bling balls, but it's sometimes hard to see the little hole. Okay. Now, the only thing that I do probably want to change is I want to get a heart over here too. I want to see how much I need to really do for my bracelet. I need to do about that much. So, let's cut some more of that. Stacking he, she's together, two different sizes, gives such a great texture. Hmm. Should I put a heart there? Maybe I want to put a heart here. Maybe this is where I want the heart. That's that part in. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. All I know one way to be, and that's just being me. So I'm glad you like it because I love being here with y'all. Okay, I think I want another heart here, but before I put the heart, oh, I think maybe I'll put these on. Oh, I love that. Okay, then I gotta figure out what my clasp is. We decided to make this and didn't decide on a clasp. Okay, so look at how pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, I think I want to do. uh, Do I just make a hook and eye? Yeah, we're just gonna do a hook and eye. So I'm gonna take that 20 gauge again. We all have our favorite colors, and then all of a sudden we go, "Oh yeah, we can like this other color." I love. That's what I find one of my favorite things about these design kits is that we have such fun themes that puts together some really cool beads that I may not have chosen on their own because of their color, but then once I see it in um a design, I then go, "Oh, I like that," you know? And then I use it and it challenges me and it makes me go, "I like more colors than I thought." I mean, it took years for me to really get used to that, but these kind of things really help, especially when I'm kind of in a rut. Because I always go, we aim for our favorite colors or our go-to colors so often. Okay, I just made the same link, but I'm going to put it over here on this side. And this is the 20 gauge. So this is the same link that I made. And then I'm going to make a hook on the other side that's going to hook on here so that there's the eye, and then I'll have a hook on that side. Okay, now let's get a crimp. I know, I think the green and the pink together is so cool. I used to have a little bit more of a problem. Like sometimes I wouldn't mind it, but like I didn't really go with pink and green often. Um, until someone really pointed out how beautiful pink flowers are, and their mate is green. So you just got to find the right green to go with your. Awesome! The weed whacker's great. Okay, and this. Boom. Love making my own clasp. My silversmithing instructor, one of my favorite one that I had, um, kind of had the same philosophy as Mike Sherman did of Softflex Company. Like you put all the work in to creating a project that you should have a clasp that equally goes with it. And my instructor was like, if you're going to make your silver project, why make a clasp? If I'm making chain, why am I buying a clasp when I can make a clasp that goes with it? So it's kind of that same kind of idea. All right. I am going to make this a little bit of a double. So this piece is probably about maybe 3 inches, 4 inches tops. Not quite center, about like maybe a not quite third way, somewhere around there though. I'm just going to bend this together and squeeze it together so that this is going to be my hook. I'm going to make it double so it's extra strong. I'm going to flip that little bend up like that. I'm going to take, I'm going to use that same size I was doing my hook, my chain links in for my hook, and I'm going to bend that around those double. This is one of the nice benefits of this, is that you can hold the 2 wires equally so that it's easier to bend them in the same direction. All right, then there's that. And then what I'm going to do is, don't want to make this too long because it fits quite well. Sometimes I'll add a bead, but this time I'm just going to cut just past the end of this, of the shorter one. And because I'm making this, I feel like the hook gets the most damage, so I'm going to just make a little circle. I'm going to make this a wrap right here. So I'm going to start a wrap loop, slide. Let's see, I want it to go this way. So I'm slide. Now, if I put this on wrong, all I have to do is open up this link and reposition it. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. And then I'm going to hold this and hold that loop and take this wire and coil over the double. So I'm going to grab that little leg that I left from the other side of the wire and just wrap right on top. Snip off that. Push that little end in, and now I got a hook. And when I can get it in there, there we go. Now I got a half and half bracelet that I should probably take off my other. I should put this on my other side, is what I should do. I can put a bracelet on my right hand for sure. Yes. Not used to doing it on this side. I can do it. I can do it. Did you get your hashtag brew? I'm going to make an announcement of the winner very shortly as soon as I can get this on my wrist. Boom. There we go. Now I have my half and half. Little good, a little feisty, representing both. Right? Good job. Put your practice making hoops on that. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do a lobster on this side at all. No, I would be able to do it on this hand, but I can't do it on this hand. And I like wearing them on both sides. All right, let's us find out who is the winner, right? Let's go share screen. We got hashtag brew. Did you get your hashtag brew in? We got 48 of you. Are you ready? Are you ready to get? I know I'm like loving this. Oh, this is like in the way. Let's see who is the winner. I see a few more hopping on there, so let's get you in there. All right, let's go. Ready, set, go. Do, 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 do. Who's our winner today? Do, 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 do. Who's our Rosalinda Cruz? You are the winner. I'm glad you snuck in while working with this in the background. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's exciting. Watch, she's working right now and she can't hear her name being called. I think you're here, Rosalinda. Or she got stuck with work. I'm gonna just give her another like second. Yeah. And if not, we gotta go draw another person. I know, it'd be really sad. I know. I probably should just give it to her, huh? I'm just trying to, yeah. I know, I think she did. I know the poor thing had to work and she snuck in. All right, let's just go grab another winner. Melody Lynn. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if I totally butchered that. Are you here? Are you still here? Melody Lynn. Melody Lynn. Melody Lynn. Melody Lynn. Plays games. I like that. Yay, Melody. Melody Lynn. Are you still here with us? Are you or are you in a game? Please comment if you are here. Melody, are you still here? I just realized I was quiet. I'm like, I should be talking. Don't forget to get your 15% off of the wire with our 15% off soft flex beading wire with the code wire deal. You can get that awesome new Wicked Brew trio along with some of the things that I worked with today is still available on our website. So grab that. All right. We're going to just go one more time. Diane, are you here? If you are here, Diane, please let us know. Congratulations. Third time's the charm, I hope. Well, we're gonna try to just go. Hopefully, this is the third time's the charm. I know it's hard during the day, especially at this time, but we are holding things up, and we have some wonderful beading to do. So get going and having fun. Can't wait. TGBEs just in a couple weeks. Did you get your kit for that? The Black Brilliance kit. You should pick one up if you haven't. I'm going to be playing with Kristen that weekend. I'm really excited. Let's see. We're going to go. Okay. One more time. Mary House. Oh, I'm so sorry. That did not come up. Let's see if Mary's here. Ah, happy birthday. That's right. You are a fellow. I am a October baby too. I'm Mary. Yay! So glad you are here. Congratulations, please. Send your information to info@softflexcompany.com and let us know your shipping address, and I will get you a nice little package to you. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you for playing with me and letting me brew up some magic beads. Keep beading. Until next time. Bye.